Hey, seventh graders, Miss Yanish here. I know how much you've all missed having a lesson from me. So I decided to record one because I wasn't quite happy with what they had on the internet as far as combining like terms, and I wanted to make one video that was condensed instead of having you watch like 4 different videos. So yesterday during your combining like terms Monday work, you found out that combining like terms are super useful in real life, as far as having a huge list of something and combining it down. For example, I use combining like terms when I go grocery shopping based off of recipes. So I like to cook a lot of different recipes. So I might have 4 different recipes that I'm, writing down ingredients for. Well, instead of saying that, like, okay, for this recipe, I need ground turkey and an onion and green pepper and such and such and such, and then the next recipe, I need another onion, and then I need this, and then I need this, and then I need this, and then the next recipe, I need this. Well, when I'm going over to the grocery store, I'm not going to go like, okay, I need to get an onion, and then I'm going to go way over here and get this, and then I'm going to go over here and get this, and then I'm going to come back, and then, I need to get another onion, and then I'm going to go all the way across there. I condense my shopping list, and I say, oh, I see that I need 3 onions total for all of the recipes that I'm doing. So when I go to that section of the grocery store, I just get 3 onions. 1, 2, 3, done. And then I move to the next section of the grocery store. That's a really good example of combining like terms in real life. Now, when we do combining like terms in math, remember when we don't know something, that's going to be a variable. So we are going to use some variables here just to represent just anything, okay? Because we don't know if it's a fast food order or if it's going to the grocery store or if it's buying something at a hardware store. So we're just going to use variables to represent whatever we need to. So the first example I have here is we have 11x, so 11 something, plus 9 minus 7. Okay, so we can see here that we have 11x, which there's no other x's here. So 11x is actually only going to be our one thing. It's just going to stay by itself. Nothing else combines there. But I see the 9 and the 7 can be combined. Now, some of you might be able to be like, oh, 9 minus 7 is 2. The answer is 11x plus 2. Great. However, when things get a little more complicated, I want you to try to use a strategy, if you need it, of separating out your terms. And we did talk about terms a little bit before spring break. A term was that one thing, that singular one thing that was together. So we said 11x is a term because it's clumped together. But then this plus sign separates a term. Okay, then 9 is a term. And this is the tricky one. This is really like a -7. Okay, minus 7, -7, same thing. If you want to add the opposite here, you could do that too. And then you'd see that it would be a plus -7. Now, when I separate out terms, I like to draw slashes to separate those out so I can just visually see that. So I'm going to make those really exaggerated slashes. And I did not test my markers before doing this. So I have a term of 11x. I have a term of 9. I have a term of -7. And now I can say, oh, I see that this 9 and this 7 are the same. They don't have x's with them. So I can combine them together. So I have a 9 plus a -7, just like adding the opposite. Okay, and we know 9 plus -7, or 9 minus 7, is 2. And then, like I said before, we can just have the 11x. Now, is this 2 a positive 2 or a -2? Well, over here, there were more positives than negatives, so this is a positive 2. I can put a plus sign. So I know when I combine my terms, I have 11x plus 2. And then this is my answer. Remember, we're older, we're wiser, okay? We know that sometimes our answers aren't just something like 5, okay, or 7. We have answers that can be a little bit more complicated. This is an answer, so take a deep breath. This is okay. Now, like I said, if you're like, I don't really need to do the separating terms for some of them, you might for others. You don't have to. you can just have that 9 minus 7 and have an answer of 2 there, and keep that plus sign and just kind of bring that plus sign down. That was a plus sign. So you can just bring that plus sign down and you have 11x plus 2. That's our total answer. Okay, we're going to try another one that might be a bit harder. A little bit longer anyway. So we're going to do 3n minus n minus 4 plus 6n. Okay, remember n, same as x's. If you don't want an n, just use an x. If you like w's, use a w. It doesn't matter to me. All right, so this is my problem. 3n minus n minus 4 plus 6n. If you recall, this n is 1. If you want to write in a 1, go for it. 1. Okay, so that is, oh, that was terrible. That is a 1n. Okay, so I can go through this and I can just go left to right if I want to. And I can say, well, 3n minus 1n is 2n. Now minus 4, the n's and the 4, not the same thing. Okay, so we cannot combine them. So I kind of like skip this one. I'm coming back to it. And then I see a plus 6n. Okay, so it was 3n. I was there. 3n, maybe I'll write that down. Minus 1n plus 6n. And I'm sure elementary school teachers would yell so much at me for doing this. But 3n minus 1n is 2n. And plus 6n would be 8n. This way. Okay, so all of those n terms I can combine together. If you want to do this a different way with putting those slash lines in there, you can do that. So I would put a slash line after every term. So the first term is 3n. So 3n slash. What people mess up on is they put that negative in there. You don't want that. And not with the 3n anyway. Because we don't say 3n negative, right? We say negative first. So that negative goes with the 1n. So negative 1n or minus 1n, remember, same thing. And then we put that slash in there. Then minus 4, that's a term. Negative 4 is a term. It goes together. Or minus 4, same thing. So then we put that slash there. And then we have a positive 6n. Now you could make these into categories, into like boxes if you'd like. That's actually an activity that we do in class. But we don't have scissors, or I don't know if all of you have scissors at home or paper to print or whatever. So I can make 2 different boxes here. It can be the n boxes and it can be the not n boxes. Well, the not n boxes just has a negative 4 in it. And then in the n box, I'm going to put 3n, negative 1n or minus 1n, and then a positive 6n. So kind of like what I did before, where I just combined all of those together. And I said 3 minus 1 is 2, and then 2 plus 6 is 8. So then I would have 8n, and then I just attach that minus 4. So remember, same thing, it's interchangeable. There's your vocab word for the day. So my answer is 8n minus 4. So remember, variables just stay in place of something we don't know. So pretend it's that fast food order that you looked at yesterday. 8n might be that we have 8 sandwiches. And the negative 4, and I know because we're not taking away anything, maybe we returned something, or we took off that we didn't need 4 sodas or something like that. So that would be my combined answer. And this, remember, goes like into coding and everything with computers. So having these combined terms, a simplified format, is still important in computers too. So now let's try another one. Ooh. Let's try erasing with the right side of the eraser. Also, P.S. I hope you are all doing well, and I miss you, and I miss teaching you math, and I miss having you in this classroom. Did come into the classroom so that I could do this to maybe make it a little bit more like school-like, and in case you missed my wonderful room, you get to see it. Not quite clean yet, so because we didn't go back to school, they haven't cleaned my room yet. But everything's sat for a really long time, so everything's safe in here. It's just empty. All right, so now I have 8s minus 11s plus 6. Again, some of you might be able to see, oh, the s's go together. 8 minus 11, negative 3, right? Or we can add the opposite. So you could do that as one strategy. So adding, and the opposite of a positive 11 is a negative 11. So you can combine that, and you can have your answer as negative 3s. Not going to use s anymore because that looks awful. And then plus 6. So the 6 doesn't have an s with it. We cannot combine it. It's not something that we can do. So then my final answer is negative 3s plus 6. Now, if you don't like that, and if you want to separate out your terms a bit more, sorry, my phone buzzed, it scared me. You can draw those slash lines. So 8s slash negative 11s or minus 11s slash, and then having that positive 6. So it looks something like this. You can do those boxes if you'd like to separate that out. So that positive 6 just goes in that box. There's nothing else to share there. And then I can put the 8s in this box and the negative 11s in that box. And then I can combine those together exactly like what I said. 8 minus 11, starting at 8, going down 11 places, is a negative 3. And then I just attach that plus 6 at the end. And I have my answer. You can also do this with decimals and fractions. I'm going to save you that one, so you're welcome. And I'd like to do just one more. Maybe something a little bit more complicated. Let's do 4x plus 7 minus 2 minus 5x. Some of you are not thinking that this is complicated. It can be very complicated. You can add things with exponents in it too. So I have this and I'm looking for the like terms, the things that are the same. So I see that I have x's, those are the same. And I have regular, what we call constants, those are the same. So that's 7 and that 2. So some of you could probably see 4x minus 5x over here. That's the important part, and that's the part I'm afraid that some of you are going to miss. And then 7 minus 2. Okay, so I'm going to do this with those slashes. And so 4x is a term, so 4x slash right directly after that term. Then plus 7 slash minus 2 or a negative 2, it means the same thing. Then a slash, and then that negative 5x that goes together. Remember, when it's squished, it means to multiply, so they go together. So then I look at that and I say, all right, what do I got? What do I have in my boxes? If you want to do the boxes. If you just want to write them down separately, that's fine. Some people like the boxes. So this time I have a couple different things. So in one box, I have a 7 and I have a negative 2. In the other box, I have a 4x and I have a negative 5x. So this is what mine looks like. So I'm going to do the 7 and the negative 2 first. So 7 plus a negative 2, we're combining this together, same as 7 minus 2. 7 minus 2, 5. And that's a positive 5. So I can even write plus 5 here. I can get ready for that answer. So since there are more positives than negatives, this is a positive 5. Positive 5 is my answer. Now, 4x and a negative 5x.